Good evening, race fans, and welcome back to WFO Racing League. Tonight, we are back here again in the desert oval of Phoenix Raceway. As the Burnt Bacon Motorsports Truck Series takes center stage. Proudly sponsored by Burnt Bacon Motorsports and Eighmey Contracting. As we saw last night, Phoenix is a track that demands discipline. Semi-flat. It is fast, technical. We've seen some of the guys during practices have some issues. We'll see if that transfers on to into the race. Tires will be an issue. Not sure exactly what Mr. Ricky Fagone is doing at the moment right now, but he's just kind of playing in the pits. Long runs can change everything up. We saw that last night. They had cautions in the beginning of the race. And then they had to change up the pit strategies because cautions went away and they went for a very long run without pitting. So, all of this matters. All of this can change everything. Tires will be an issue. There was a lot of sliding last night. I would imagine it'd be similar tonight with the trucks. And they are going to get ready. They're going to start qualifying. And while they are getting ready to do that, we are going to break away and do this.
Start your engines, light the flame. We don't back down, we play this game. Wheel to wheel, it's skill and pride. We're racing clean with fire inside. Every turn a test of guts. Fast and fair, no ifs or buts. Respect runs deep in every lane. We fight for wins, not for fame. Precision rules the track right here. Built on sweat, built on gear. Pushing hard but never low. Side by side we let it go. WFO, why freaking open, steal the show. Brotherhood on every lap, no cheap shots, no dirty taps. WFO, legends racing, friendships grow. Full send, all in, let it flow. This is WFO. It ain't just wins, it's how we stand. We lift each other hand in hand. From practice nights to final flags, we've got each other's backs. Hard racers, clean lines, sharpen steel through battle times. No ego, no shame, just honor in the name. WFO, wide freaking open, let it roll. Chasing greatness every show with the best you'll ever know. WFO, racing hard and keeping true. There's no other league like this crew. This is WFO. When the lights drop and the engines roar, this is where champions are made. WFO Racing League, wide freaking open. WFO, wide freaking open, steal the show. Brotherhood on every lap, no cheap shots, no
Alrighty. We have about 40 seconds left to qualifying. I don't know that anybody else is going to all go out there and qualify. Looks like we have 24 trucks tonight. Should be an interesting race. 140 laps, I believe we have for tonight. And let's see. I'm looking through the names to see if there's anybody I don't recognize. A couple new guys that we've seen this season. Nathan Shiflett. Zachary Kreiser. All right. Qualifying is complete. The grid has been set. So with that being said, let's look at our starting lineup. WFO Racing League starting grids brought to you by Superstar Radio Network. Turn it on, turn it up, something for everyone. Be sure to check them out at superstarradionetwork.com. Now, let's roll through this grid. So, getting your pole tonight is going to be the number 6 of LZ Daly. Aiden Young in at 69 is going to be getting spot number 2. Tommy Haynes is going to be starting in 3rd place tonight. TJ Lee is going to be starting in 4th. Ricky Fagone is going to be starting in 5th place tonight with Richard Holland his outside in 6th. Vern Bradley going to be starting in 7th with Burt Wilson his outside in 8th. Garrett Helmlinger is going to be starting in 9th place tonight. John Wimbish will be starting in 10th. Ivan Jones is going to be in 11th with Michael McCauley starting in 12th. Zachary Kreiser is going to be in 13th spot with Steve Seegers in 14th. Justin Walters is going to be in 15th place tonight. Starting in 16th is going to be Nathan Shiflett. Brent Seegers will be out there in 17th. And Chuck Sweeting is going to start in 18th. Nick Hunt is here tonight, and he will be starting in 19th. And Travis Smith will be starting in 20th. Glenn Jameson will be starting in 21st tonight. Raymond Chest, he is going to be starting in 22nd place tonight. Then you got Paul Patterson in 23rd. And Gary Wright will round out the field in 24th. So that is your starting grid. Guys are out there. They are running. They are ready. Pace car is down already, which means they're ready to go. We got green. We are officially live and in action. LZ Daly with a nice jump out in front of everybody. Tommy Haynes is going to slip down to the inside and get second. Aiden Young's going to fall back a little bit on the outside and get third. And now him and Tommy are battling for that second spot. Tommy's going to get the inside on that corner. He's going to slide up in front of Aiden and take it over and say, it's mine. What is going on, Tay-Tay? Welcome into the chat. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. I know you're pulling double duty, I'm sure. And we have a caution already. Lap number 3, we've got a caution. So let's take a little let's take a little look-see and see what happened. Didn't see anything there. Not seeing anything there. That looks like qualifying. So I guess let's I see the 96 and the the 46 and the 98 in the pits. So let's click on them, go previous lap, see if we can see something there. Oh, caution is already out, so it's not them. There's not that one. Let's check on the 98. The previous lap. Caution is already out. We are racing. See if we see something here. See caution flags are already, but I don't see anything. Oh, we got Vern. Vern going sideways. That right there is what did it. There you go. So, get back out here at the end of session. Pace car's already down. And we are back green. Elsie Daly maintaining that front spot. Tommy Haynes in second, Aiden Young third. Richard Holland is going to be in fourth. TJ Lee is in fifth. Garrett Helminger is sixth. Ricky Fagone is seventh. Ivan Jones in eighth. John Wimbish in ninth. And Bert Wilson is going to round out the top 10 right now. It is early in the race. Lots of laps to go. Lots of tire wear to happen. As you saw with the cars last night, being out front mattered a lot. Getting out there in that clean air, being able to run free. Got Elsie and Tommy doing what we saw the cars do last night. For quite a few laps, the front two cars, they kind of ran on their own. Kind of ran away from everybody. But stayed together. And then at one point, they crashed out. Let's go. Let's go far chase. Riding this back. Looks like the 15 came down in the 57. 57 was underneath, and get on with 57 here. We'll rewind it back and take a look from their view. See him getting to the inside there. Let's see 15 cut down on him. So that is what happened there. All right, we are going to get ready to kick this back off again. Welcome in, Iceman. Green, 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 and Elsie Daly getting that jump again. 15 laps in, 2 cautions already. We see a couple of trucks bouncing off the wall there. Iceman Motorsports teammates Aiden Young, Zach Kreiser, and Nate Shiflett. Kick some ass, boys. Welcome in, Iceman. Unfortunately, unless they are listening right now, I won't be able to transfer that message to them, but if they watch later, they will hear it. But I'm sure you are in communication with them. Right now, Aiden is running third. Let's see. Nathan is running 17th. And Zach is 13th, so. But it is very early in the race. Lots of changes are going to happen. Got 140 laps. We are 18 laps completed. Oh, really? to know. Now that was that back in when it was ASL, or was it WFO then? Looking in the Discord, they still have Eighmey Motorsports in there. Nice. Which track was that on? Got LZ Daly and Tommy Haynes currently running away with it. They're about a second and a half in front of Aiden Young. Richard Holland is running in 4th place. Garrett Hemlinger is 5th. TJ Lee 6th. Ricky Fagone is going to be 7th. Ivan Jones in 8th. Steve Seegers is 9th, and Chuck Sweeting has moved his way up into 10th place. In Daytona. There's the top 10 for you guys. Going into tonight, so Richard Holland won week 1 in Daytona. Garrett won week 2 in Georgia. Chuck Sweeting won last week in Vegas. We will see who wins tonight. The point standings are for the top 10 right now. Chuck Sweeting is in 1st place. There we go. Okay. Oh, they changed the colors. I don't like that. Richard Holland is in 2nd. Ricky Fagone is currently in 3rd place. Adam Matz is holding on to 4th place in the points. Travis Smith is in 5th. Aiden Young currently running 6th place. Brad Patterson is in 7th. John Wimbish is going to be in 8th place. Tommy Haynes is 9th. And Glenn Jameson will round out top 10 for the points for the trucks. Not a season yet to go. Next week we'll be in Texas. We got Pocono, Talladega, Charlotte, Darlington, Charlotte again. Sorry, we got Charlotte with the Roval. Then you got Charlotte, the Oval. And then we start the championship. That was a terrible running truck. I mean, I think Tommy and Elsie would argue against that, but I think Mike McCulley has made it further than he planned on to tonight. From what I was talking to him earlier before the races. And you know, I've heard quite a few people say that they've blown up their PC. And there's been a lot of ties to this game and blowing up PCs, it seems to be. I know Vern, he's blown up a couple over this game. He blew one up streaming this game. All right, well, that nice comfortable lead that LZ and Tommy had is no longer. Yeah, Richard Holland knocking on that door for second. Aiden Young right behind him, so imagine tire wear is becoming a thing and is causing them to change things up. Richard Holland's going to drop to the inside and hold that inside line against LZ, and he's going to hold off and battle LZ. LZ not just giving it up. LZ and Richard side by side again, coming around this corner. Which Tommy is like, keep it up. Keep it up. You guys stay back there, battle each other. I'm okay with that. Richard managed to get in front of LZ. Aiden's starting to make his way and make a look and try and figure out which way he wants to go. LZ's going back onto the inside to try and battle Richard again. Richard's going to maintain and get out front. Aiden's going to drop to the inside. He's going to say, it's my turn. Hold tight to the inside line. Go into that dog leg. Come back out, be side by side again. We'll definitely say the trucks are definitely handling a lot better than the car was here last night. The cars, they were going from the bottom to the top around some of these corners. So, and there was quite a few of them that bouncing off the wall. There's a permanent dent in the wall from last night. Aiden not quite able to get around LZ. They're starting to slow up. Richard Holland's trying to get up there and trying to challenge Tommy for the front spot. Here he goes. He's going to challenge for that front position. He'll fall back in line and try again next corner. Drop way down on the inside. Got a slight edge going into that turn. He is going to get in front of Tommy. Tommy's going to look to the inside, maybe. Or he may just say, you know what? There's 100 laps to go yet. I don't need to push this that hard right now. Just maintain. Meanwhile, Someone to watch for is that man right there in that purple Thunder car. Chose not to qualify, so he started in 18th place. He's moved up 12. He's in 6th right now. I think Chuck likes the challenge, sitting back and trying to work his way up to the front. Sometimes it works for him, sometimes it doesn't. So he lost some momentum going in a dog leg there. He bounced around quite a bit. Taking a heck of a bounce going into that. Meanwhile, Richard Holland up here starting to put a gap between him and Tommy. Got about a 0.5. You got LZ Daly's about 0.8 behind Tommy, and then Aiden Young is about 0.3 behind LZ. So everybody's starting to kind of gap. Everybody's calmed down, gapped up. So their tightest spot right now is right here with Vern. Vern and Steve Seegers battling it out. This is for 9th. Vern had him, but now Steve's back out in front of him, so he's going to take another try at it this time around. Vern's got Bert right there behind him, trying to help out a little bit. Looks like Vern might have enough to get around him this time. Slide up in front. He takes 9th. Aiden Young working on LZ Daly now, trying to get 3rd place. Chuck Sweeting working on Garrett Helminger. Back up here to Aiden, follow him a little bit. Now it's interesting. Now if we were to go up to Richard. Let me hop in here into the, watch him steer. Pretty smooth, pretty consistent. Now we jump in here with somebody who's battling, Mr. Aiden Young. Getting out in front of LZ just a little bit. Now fully in front of LZ. Aiden now in 3rd place, going to try and chase down Tommy. Doesn't look like a lot, but that's about a 2nd distance between those two. What's going on, Diana? Nice to see ya. I hope you're doing well. Now let's go in. Let's hop in with Chuck and see how Chuck's doing here. We got Chuck steering the wrong way, which means that his tires are sliding. But he is working on Garrett still. Trying to get that next position. Not quite getting there though. Hop in here with Bert, see how Bert's handling. How have you been, Diana? Good to see you back in here. Richard out there enjoying a 1.5 second lead right now. Meanwhile, Aiden Young has caught up to Tommy. He's starting to work that position a little bit. Watching Tommy's run, seeing how Tommy goes. Trying to gauge the opportunities where he can get through. There he goes. Battle it here and get in front. And Aiden is now in second place. Ooh, getting a little loose. Chuck now almost 2 seconds ahead. Going through our list here, let's see who else is in a close battle right now. Looks like there's a close battle going on right here. Travis Smith going to take 14th place away from Mr. Ivan Jones. And let's see, it looks like maybe Travis Smith and Ivan battling for that spot, going back and forth with each other. Yeah, Vern and Garrett battling it out right here for fifth place. Looks like Vern's got the speed and momentum. He's going to get up in front of Garrett. And he's going to work on Elsie next. We got Bert and TJ battling it out for 9th place right here. Looks like LZ is getting really loose. Started to bounce off that wall a little bit. That's going to give Vern an opportunity to try and get up, squeeze around. But LZ's been racing these guys pretty hard. Ever since he was out in front, he was battling Richard, then he battled Aiden, then he battled Tommy, now he's battling Vern. While his vehicle is getting slower, he is still making it to where they have to actually work to get around him, so he is not giving up easily. I'm sure Garrett and Chuck are like, you guys need to do something because we want to do something. LZ sliding way up on that one. Doing a good job of staying out of the wall, but a lot of sliding going on. Vern is now going to be in 4th place. But now you got Chuck Sweeting trying to sneak in there, try to sneak in and around LZ. Trying the outside, Chuck trying the inside, Chuck trying to figure out which side's the best way to get around LZ. They all have the same amount of tires. Nobody has gone into the pits yet. And it looks like, if I've got my information correct, the winner of the secret lap, lap 66, is going to be Mr. Richard Holland. Congratulations to him on that. You can just see the distance. It's about a 6-second distance from Richard to Chuck. You get out here and Chuck's just out, or I'm sorry, Richard's just out here cruising. Out here all alone, nobody around, no lap traffic to deal with. Just him and his thoughts. We get back here into this group, and these guys are all battling it out. You see TJ there. TJ's running 8th, Garrett's 7th, and LZ is 6th. Garrett wants to take 6th away. We are officially halfway. That secret lap, like I say, it's lap 66. None of the racers know what lap it is. It gets picked at random before the race. I get to be special enough to know. Now it's just up to me to make sure I keep track of laps so I can know when to announce it. That is an additional item sponsored by Superstar Radio Network. If I'm not mistaken, I think Richard won it last week too. Got Vern up here. He's battling right now. He's trying to get third place from Tommy. Vern is going to take that spot away. He's moved up to third place. Okay, he did win it last week. So yeah, 2 weeks in a row, Richard Holland has won the secret lap. Now you got Chuck Sweeting trying to catch up and move around Tommy. We do see some drivers starting to go in to take their pits. And taking them all just ever so slightly, giving a little kiss. You're going to get some green lap pits going on. It sounds like more guys are starting to call them out. So we're going to start seeing a lot of that. We'll see how that shuffles things up and if it'll cause a caution. Meanwhile, Richard maintaining, holding on out front. Race leader is called out. He will be going into the pits here. Aiden Young's going to stay out. That will put him in the lead. '46 Justin Walters, he is 2 laps down, so the leaders, they've got 80 laps on their tires right now, so trying to get as many laps on their tires as they can so they have fresh tires to hold out for the end. Aiden's going to go in. So Garrett's going in. Travis Smith's going to hold on, go some more. 98 going into the pits. That's going to put Richard Holland up front, back up front. Tommy Haynes, LZ Daly battling it out. This is for 4th place. So it does look like we have gone through the green lap pits without any issues. Not any that affected the race terribly. So your top 10 right now is going to be Richard Holland out in front. He's got a 6-second lead on Aiden Young right now. Aiden in second. Tommy Haynes is going to be third. He's about a second and a half behind Aiden. Vern Bradley, he's trying to work currently on Tommy. Then you got LZ Daly and John Wimbish. They're battling it out for 5th. LZ taking that spot back away from John Wimbish. TJ Lee is going to be right here in 7th with Steve Seegers behind him in 8th. Ricky Fagone is going to be in 9th with Garrett Helmlinger rounding out your top 10. You see Richard out there just out for a leisurely cruise. Let's see, it looks like we got ourselves a battle right here. Tommy Haynes, Vern Bradley. This is a battle for 3rd. Let's see, who else do we got? We got a battle right here with Ricky. Ricky and Steve Seegers. And Garrett. This is your battle for 8th place. They're going to go 3 wide. Richard Holland still enjoying about a 5.5 second gap in front of Aiden Young. Aiden Young is right there in 2nd, Vern Bradley. Currently in 3rd. Tommy Haynes out there in 4th place, LZ Daly. See if we have any battles going on. Looks like we got a battle right here. Mr. McCauley He's going to take that spot away from Nathan Shiflett. See if we can find. So that went from like a 0.2 to 1.7. So definitely. Yeah, Burt Wilson battling right here with Steve Seegers, trying to get that 10th spot, trying to get back into the 10th spot. Burt finished 10th last night in the cars. Now maybe he's trying to repeat last night tonight in the trucks. Aiden slowly chiseling away at the lead of Richard Holland. Yeah, Richard Holland out here in the front. We're dealing with lap traffic, but he is still 4.3 out in front of Aiden. Aiden out here, he's all out here running all by himself. Out there about a second and a half roughly in front of Vern. Vern right there in third place. You got Tommy Haynes, LZ Daly, DJ Adley, through the list here. Looks like Ivan's got a bad. Oh, Ivan getting a little loose in that corner there. Turning him just in time to watch him break free. Tokyo drifting in on those corners. This truck's out there being like Queen, saying, I want to be free. And Evan's like, hold the damn ground. Aiden out there starting to eat away at that lead by Richard Holland. Down to about a 4.2. Yeah, Vern right now comfortably holding on to third place. You got Tommy Haynes here in fourth. LZ Daly is fifth. DJ Lee is in sixth. Garrett Helminger is seventh. John Wimbish is going to be eighth. Burt Wilson's going to be ninth. And Ricky Fagone's going to round out your top 10. Moving on back, you got Steve Seegers in 11th. Michael McCauley just moved into 12th spot. Chuck Sweeting is in 13th. Zachary Kreiser is in 14th. Travis Smith is 15th. Nathan Shiflett is in 16th. Glenn Jameson is 17th. Justin Walters is going to be 18th. Ivan Jones is currently running 19th. Brett Seegers is 20th. Nick Hunt in 21st. And Paul Lucky Dog Patterson out there in 22nd. Aiden's got some lap traffic that he needs to work his way through to get up to Richard. Richard's sitting in quite a nice spot, but there is still 30 laps to go, so still a lot could happen. Vern trying to keep up with Aiden. I'm sure Vern desperately wants that second spot. Looks like everybody's pretty much shuffling around. So Richard Holland out front. Aiden Young is in second place. Vern Bradley third. Tommy Haynes is fourth. LZ Daly is going to be in fifth. So Aiden's starting to work his way around these lap traffic vehicles. Ivan getting a little loose. Ivan getting a lot loose. Manages to hold on to her. Get straight again. Not bring out a caution. Didn't wreck anybody, so we're good there. Hold on to her, buddy. Hold on to her. Anybody else that's battling right now? Doesn't really look like it. Vern is slowly catching up to Aiden. Looking through everything, this appears to be the battle right now. We're getting a little closer as each lap goes by. We're edging them out just a little bit. Both of these guys have about the same amount of tires. Aiden does have a lap newer tires. Now Vern's got second. Let's see. Do we have any other battles going on? Looks like Mike McCulley's got something going on here. Trying to take 10th spot from Ricky Fagone. Right now, let's see. That is your tightest gap. And that gap is at 0.2. Everything is larger than that right now. We are going to have 10 laps to go. Richard Holland's still out there with a comfortable lead, 4.3. Vern Bradley, he's got about a half-second lead in front of Aiden right now. And then you got to jump back 5 seconds again to get back to 4th place, and then another almost 4 seconds to get to 5th. So, since this track is gone for the long run, everybody's starting to spread out, and, well, not starting, they've been spread out. And not a lot going on as far as twisting, turning changes, but there you got Bert and TJ battling it out for 8th place, or for 7th place. Ricky and John Wimbish battling for 10th. Looks like Travis might have got around Nathan Shiflett on that. Nathan and him are battling it out side by side, back and forth. Aiden trying to catch back up to Vern, trying to get that spot back. Got 6 laps to do it in. This is going to be the battle. Chuck's out there out front. He's just out there joyriding at this point. So this looks like this is going to be the battle spot. Aiden trying to get that second spot back away from Vern. See both of them breaking free on that last corner. Or the prior corner. Four laps to go. About a 0.19 between these two. Like I say, this is going to be your battle for second place. Not sure if Aiden's got enough to get up there and get around or work on it. See him bobbling around. They're coming out of that corner right there. That is a problematic corner. We got 2 laps to go. They are going to go around one more time. And Richard is gonna get that win. Vern is gonna get second. Aiden. Aiden gonna get third. So there is the top 10 as they finished. See, Richard started in 6th, ended 1st. Vern started 7th, and Aiden started 2nd. All right. Go here. See if we can get a decent view. Let's see. Bring it back a little bit. Now I want to rewind that a little bit. Looked like it was even catching the wall there at the very last little bit there. All right, well, let's see. Not going to give me a good camera view here. Well, either way, guess we'll go with it as it is. So we will start out with Mr. Aiden Young, finishing third tonight out of 24. Mr. Aiden, do you have a copy?
I got you.
Well, why don't you kind of take us through your stint? You started at second place, ended up third, so you didn't move a lot, but you did go kind of shuffle around during some of the green lap pits and made your way back up there. Battled out quite a bit there at the end with Vern. Thought maybe you were going to have just enough to try and get that second place back, but he just managed to stay out in front of you just about enough to keep you out of there. So.
Yeah, it was just a good race for me. Just wanted to finish the race is my main goal, and top 5 or top 3 is better than nothing. So I was very happy with that.
Yeah, and I mean, overall, pretty clean race. He had 2 cautions all night. Right away in the beginning, everybody kind of settled down and started spacing out, and you know, you led there for a little bit and battled with Richard, and then Richard kind of took off and just kind of left everyone behind. So, but in general, like you say, third place, not bad, not a bad finish.
Yeah, it was okay. Just that last run, I didn't have nothing for Richard or even Vern at the end. Just didn't really have anything that last run.
Well, you do have a fan out here in the chat. The Iceman's here watching, cheering you on.
Oh yeah, Ryan always watches my racing. Glad he's out there watching.
So yeah. So, is there anybody you'd like to thank?
I just thank you for broadcasting, obviously Ryan for coming out and watching, and obviously everyone that makes this happen. So without them, this wouldn't be possible.
Absolutely. All right. Well, congratulations tonight on your third place. Next week's Texas. What's your thought on that?
Oh, even faster. So I should be better at Texas.
All right. Well, we look forward to hopefully having you back up here again next week then.
I hope.
Have yourself a good night, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
All righty. Moving on to the next person in the list, Mr. Vern Bradley, which he is going to be right there. We will bring him up here. Mr. Vern Bradley, it's been a while since we've had you up here on this side of the booth.
It has. I thought the old age was holding me out of the podium finishes, Brazy, but
Well, I mean, you were in back. You had some problems there in the beginning. You managed to get straightened out. You know, first caution you spun out on and worked your way back up through and managed to get up here in the end and get in the second. It looked like Aiden was trying to get you there at the end, but you managed to hold him off.
yeah, I think Aiden had a lap or 2 fresher tires than I did, and I knew that. I was surprised I got around him actually, but I mean, it was from the beginning. I didn't pit after I spun it. I just pulled it back out on the track and raced it, and it felt like the first run it made the truck a little bit better. And then
Mm.
when we went into the second run, I had to make up a little bit more ground. It was always catching up for me, Brazy. So I mean, nobody wanted to see a caution more than me the last 20 laps.
Well, and I know there on that last run, you guys were spread out quite a bit and then trying to gain a lot of ground and get through the lap traffic, and there's a lot of battling going on to get yourself back up into or get up into second place. You started seventh tonight, and like we said, we saw you in that earlier spin and put you towards the back, and then you managed to work your way up throughout the night. And overall, generally a good race. Two cautions in the beginning, and then it went green the rest of the way. So not bad.
Yeah, there's
24 trucks, and you ended up second.
I have a little correction for you. I qualified 7th, but I started in the back because I got an EOL for missing the driver's meeting.
Oh,
So when I got in trouble back there, it was y- the start of the race and just really trying to feel what the truck had, and it kind of got away from me, which is fine because I collected it back up and still had a good night anyway.
gotcha. Well, there you go. There you go, drivers. You guys got to get the drivers meeting.
Yeah, I mean this is proof that it cost you, and I certainly didn't want to be the cause of the first caution tonight, but it happens. it it does. It happens, and you learn from your mistakes and you move on. And for me, it was I'm shocked that I got up as high as I did, Brazy.
Well, I think the pits shuffled everybody up some, and it really spaced everybody out and made it to where I think a lot of people were able to get some clean air till they caught up to a person, and then they were able to battle and get around and move up and change things out, and it changed up a lot of places, a lot of people moving around. I mean, LZ Daly started first and Tommy Haynes in second, and they kind of went up and down throughout the night, and they ended up fourth, fifth. So it was a good battle for them all night also. And then you got Garrett Helminger, he ended up sixth, and he was up there running around with those guys up front for quite a while too. So a lot
Yeah, it
of
wasn't
lot
an
of
easy
battling and a
drive
lot of
up there.
shifting.
It wasn't an easy drive. I mean, those guys are always tough to get around, and you use up tires and stuff when you do that. And I think by the time I worked myself around Aiden, that I'd pretty much used up all the tires I had.
Yeah, and I think
But overall, it was a great race tonight.
Richard was still over 4 seconds ahead of you guys. There's not a lot that anybody had to try and keep up with him once he got out in that fresh air and just kind of just kept going and climbing. I think at one point he was up over 5 seconds. So I mean, you guys ate away at a little bit, but not enough. And but second place still ain't bad.
I'll take it. I mean, it's obviously you want to win them, but anytime you can have the night that I started off having and finish the way I did, you'll take that. And I want to take a minute to thank all the fans that tune into the WFO Racing Network week in and week out. I want to thank all my teammates, Bert and Michael McCauley, Glenn Jamison, Pops, Brad when he's here. So those guys are good motivation to get up on the wheel and drive.
Alrighty, well, that answers that question because I was going to ask you who you're going to thank next, but you already did it.
I know
So
where you were headed.
you know the
It's not
spiel.
my it's not my first rodeo.
Well, congratulations on P2 tonight. What's your thoughts on Texas next week?
Uh, I like the old Texas a lot better than the new one, obviously. So, but I'm good there. Traditionally, I'm pretty good there. So, I feel pretty good about going into next week, especially in the truck.
All right, well, hopefully we'll see you back up here next week then.
I hope so, but hopefully it'll be for the first place spot, Brazy. I got to pick up one more.
Almost there. Almost there. Well, congratulations on P2 tonight, and hopefully we'll see you back up here next week.
That sounds like a plan.
Have yourself a good night, sir. All right, now let me do a little camera shuffling around here. That there. Here. See if it'll give me a decent view. Here. Yeah, it works. We're going with it. We're going with it. So we got Mr. Richard Holland. Led
I got you, Basie.
99 laps. You were up over 5 seconds towards the end of the race. Nobody seemed to have anything for you once you got out into that clean air. Why don't you kind of take us through the race?
Yeah, I just, early on, I felt like, maybe them guys up front were maybe running it a little bit hard. I wasn't sure what the pace was, but I knew what I wanted to do and had a plan, and so I just kind of rode behind them and just to see what was going to happen in that first run. I figured I'll just try to stay with them at the least, and get this first fuel run under us or whatever ends up happening before we pit here, and maybe have a pretty good idea by the end of that how hard to run for the next one. And sure enough, it felt like it looked like them guys may have overdrove it a little bit or something, and we was able to get around them. Once I got out front in clean air, the truck just felt awesome out front, and my plan was to just take care of it. And so I tried not to overdrive it, and it worked out in my favor. I think Aiden had some trouble getting by a lap car, and I was able to pull out on him, and then of course the race went green flag stop. I had the lead, the big lead there anyways before we pitted, so it just worked out in my favor. All the lap guys were awesome, giving plenty of room, letting us by, and yeah, just worked out great. Like I said, running out front and not having a restart, I was able to just run my own pace and not overdrive it and take care of that right front tire, and it worked out pretty good.
Well, and you definitely ran it. You ran tonight like we saw Jaden run last night in the cars. And once Jaden was out front last night and he kind of just ran away with it. You got out front tonight and you just kind of ran away with it. Definitely a swap of nights, because last night we know you struggled through the pack, and tonight you got out there and managed to get out front and maintain and stay, and almost 100 laps you led tonight. So
yeah, it felt great. I love the way this thing felt tonight. It just drove really good, and it just fit my driving style, I guess. I don't know, but I had the same plan last night. Felt good about it. We were running like fourth, fifth there, right behind the leaders, like for quite a while. Had that same plan, just see what happened. Hopefully they were overdriving it. Them guys were good last night. The guy that Jaden there that won, he was smooth. He ran a flawless race. Don't get me wrong, but that was my plan, hoping that would happen, and but we ended up getting punted around and door slammed, and just about wrecked, and just about everything you could imagine. And we were lucky to come back and get fifth last night with everything that happened, but yeah, ended up being a good run last night, good finish, I should say. And but tonight, just I don't know, think fit my driving style. I felt really good about it in practice when we went green. Even riding behind those leaders, me and Aiden riding along there, I just felt really good. Felt really comfortable in the truck tonight, and it showed, I guess, once I got to the lead. It just drove really well, and like I said, everything kind of fell into place, and it fell into my went my way, I guess, after I got the lead. So had some luck.
Yeah, and it was Tommy and Elsie starting off and out front, and they had quite a battle for a while, and then Aiden walked up and kind of took over, and you started working your way up and got up in there, and Garrett was battling with you guys for a while and just kind of shuffling around for a bit, and then all of a sudden you got out there and there was no looking back after that. So congratulations on P1 tonight with that. You also, by the way, won the secret lap again this week.
Nice.
So 2 weeks in a row.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Lap 66. So
is there a way to give that money back to the league, or give it to McCulley or somebody for
That
You know,
I do not know. You would have
we'll
to
have to
talk
look into that. But
you would have to
appreciate.
talk into the one and only Mr. Raymond Chest for that.
We'll have to hit Raymond up there. That's a good thing that he does. You know, I believe he does that on his own. That's a really cool thing that he does. We appreciate that. I think he gave me. I'm pretty sure I won it last week, and
You
he
did.
sent me my money like right after the race. Like he was pretty prompt about it. But
Yeah.
no, that's a cool thing he does there. That's awesome. But I'd just soon give that money to Macaulay or somebody for everything they do for the league or whatever. But either way, really cool deal.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was Superstar Radio Network is the actual name that it's being donated under, so
That's Raymond's thing, right? That's his
it
deal.
is. It is. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool deal, Raymond. Appreciate it.
So, but yeah, I mean, 24 trucks tonight. You started 6th, ended up 1st overall. A good race. Only 2 cautions. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I just wanna thank you for doing this, the broadcasting for us. You know, we all love to go back and watch it, and we appreciate it, Brazy, and you know, everybody that puts on the league, everything they do, and the drivers, everything. It's a great free place to race, and it's a lot of fun. I want to thank my teammates, everybody that ran with us tonight: Garrett, TJ, Rick. You know, we need to somehow get out a telegram or something to Eighmey Nation. You know, when Hal's not around, they've disappeared on us, and
Well, Diana was
we
in the chat tonight, so
well we need Diana to get on the horn, call up the family, get them on here. We're racing for you guys. We miss your support. We miss you guys watching us and cheering us on and rooting for us. So, but no, it's great. They watch. I know they do. But no, great race, great night, good points night for us, and really happy with it.
well, I couldn't have said it better myself, and so I won't. So, congratulations on P1 tonight, and we'll see you next week in Texas.
Ah, there you go. I was wondering where we went next week. Good deal. That sounds good. Appreciate it, Brazy.
All right, you have yourself a wonderful night, sir.
You too. Thanks.
All righty, everybody. That is going to wrap up week 4 of this season. I hope you enjoyed the race. I hope those of you that are watching right now, make sure you give that like, subscribe, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Those of you that watch later, do the same. So that way you know when we go live and you can get notified. And give us the likes because, you know, we like likes. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know how we're doing. Go in and put a note in the thing saying, hey, you need to talk more. Hey, you need to do more of this. Hey, you're doing this perfectly. The racers are doing awesome. The announcer is not doing so great. Whatever you want to do. Whatever. It's fine. But on behalf of WFO Racing Network, Racing League, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for doing the things that you do, because without you guys watching, who are we broadcasting to? Although I know that a lot of the drivers come in later on and watch the races, so always appreciative of that. But go out, share this with your friends and say, hey, go check this race out. It's pretty cool. We enjoy it. And we would love to hear the stories of people doing that. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for doing the things that you do. Thank you to Burnt Bacon Motorsports, Eighmey Contracting, and Superstar Radio Network for their sponsorships of the streams, of the Racing League, and everything else. For all of everything else, I want to thank you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Much love, and later on, everybody.